Hello guys, this is that time of the year when universities in US starts rolling out admits for the fall semester and people are a bit confused on which university to choose from. First of all, having multiple admits is a good problem to have. I know it's a big decision, I've been there. So to explain things properly and not to drag out the video, I'm going to split this topic into three main criteria which will be used to make the important decision. So this is part 2 in the 3-part series in which I'm trying to explain the important factors to consider when choosing a university among your admits for masters in USA. And the second criteria which I'm going to discuss is location. So location is not just a geographical thing. It entails a multitude of things like climate, cost of living, public transportation, proximity to industries and crime rate, and a few others. So depending on where you are in India, you might have your climatic tolerances. They do come into play here but aren't as significant of a thing as they might be in India, because most indoor spaces here are central AC. So you can always fix a specific comfortable temperature when you're indoors. You are exposed to elements of nature only when you're outdoors. So yeah, the climatic tolerance of an individual does play a thing, but not super serious. And again, once you buy the proper gear and once you acclimatize to the location of where your university is, it wouldn't take more than a semester or at the max 9 months to get used to the climate, and it'll all be good. Allergies is one more thing you have to be concerned in USA, as the flu season occurs usually every year. All are not affected, only a few who might be susceptible to this are affected, but university students almost all get free flu shots if they are affected, so that shouldn't be a problem. Cost of living plays an important role in the total expenses that contribute towards obtaining your degree. So most universities in general can be segmented into 3 parts based on where they're located. One is the big cities, second are usually college towns, third is usually suburban areas. And the cost of living usually goes down in that specific order. Usually big cities have higher university fees. They might have more things happening around them, like more fun activities to do, more things to go explore, more other things to go around the city. But again, they come with their own high costs, high prices, high rents, high grocery costs, high transportation costs. So there is a chance that these big cities have better connections with industries and neighboring other cities. But again, as I mentioned, they do come with their steep price increases. In my opinion, college towns are the sweet spot in between big cities and suburban areas, because usually being a college town, they usually have all the things which a student might usually want or need. They have like some good restaurants, like some fun activities to do. They are usually connected to 1 or 2 good or big size cities. So based on the proximity of the college town from these big cities, they might again have a few industries which are close by. As the name suggests, a majority of the population in these cities are student population. So you might find more like-minded people, and you can have more people to do the fun activities around with, because most of them are in your age bracket. But this does come with its own problems, like a very prevalent party culture, many young drivers on the roads. They are usually very responsible, but yeah, it comes with its own problems. And the third, the suburbs are usually the cheapest in terms of both living expenses, the university fees, and also everything around, as in most cases there aren't really many things to do around. But these might not be well connected to the major cities, but you can eventually get to them. and these might not have the best industries around you or in a very close proximity. But again, as I mentioned, industries being very close isn't a big concern as people usually apply across USA. But again, one has to take into consideration all the above factors to determine like which could be their optimum choice. Unlike India, in USA, living in a big city doesn't always guarantee a better public transportation system. So it is better to check if the university has its own buses or shuttle systems, and how do people usually travel or commute within the city or like within that location or to and from other big cities to that location. And a simple Google search would probably solve this question. Like just check on Google Maps and what is the most frequently used form of commute. Also, living in a big city might give you a slight edge if there are relevant industries and companies in your field in that city, as you might have a good number of alumni of your university in those companies, which might help you find an internship or job or a co-op slightly easier compared to others. But there's no guarantee of that, but again, the chances are slightly higher. And another important factor is to check the crime rate in the locality in and around your university, and in and around the housing options you have around the university, so that you can be confident in going to that university. A good thing for this is to ask your alumni, your seniors, and any people you might have, you might get in contact from that university. Also, I will put a link in the description in which you can find the crime rate in that zip code, so which might help you with taking your decision a bit more easier. And finally, please don't choose a university just because you know some fourth cousin or like some far relative who lives in that area and says, I mean, you can just come here, we'll take care of things. It might help to know or have someone whom you can trust, but again, one has to work for themselves here. But they could help, but usually everyone usually figures things out by themselves. And more importantly, the other factors which I mentioned above are of higher priority than having someone you know. With millions and millions of students flocking to USA every year, you are almost guaranteed, or like there is a very high probability of knowing someone whom you know back in India, like who's also coming for masters, or who has already come for masters from your undergrad college, from your neighborhood, from your cousins. There is almost always someone whom you might know. So yeah, don't put that at a higher priority. So choose a location for your masters based on your choice of, do you like the city culture, like the hustle and bustle of a city, or you prefer the laid back and like chill vibes of a college town, where you have a majority of population in your age bracket, or you prefer the peaceful and like very close to nature, what you call vibe of suburban area. And that's my take on location, which is part 2 of the 3-part series, in which I'm trying to explain the factors which you need to consider in choosing the right admit for your master's university. And check the other 2. The one I've done before this is on departmental ranking, and the one I'm planning to do after this is on financials, which you might have to consider in finalizing your admit. Comment below with your questions, concerns, queries about any topic related to your masters in USA. I'll try my best to answer those questions and help you out. Yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you.